In this video, we're going to have some fun with pivot tables. We're trying to gather select amounts of data using large data sets. So the data set I have in front of me, you can download it for free online. It's all of the Major League Baseball statistics from 1871 to 2022. Fielding, pitching, hitting, anything you want to know. So what we're going to do is we're going to try to figure out, let's take some notes here so I don't forget them. We want to figure out all of the home runs that St. Louis Cardinals hit during the 1980s. So in order to figure this out, we need to make sure that we have at least these three fields of data. So we're going to go to teams. We know that the years are in this field, the home runs are in this field, and the teams are in this field. Team, home runs, year. So we have all that taken care of. So what we need to do is go from AO all the way to year, which is column A, hit insert, pivot table, and you can see that it does have the range selected, all of. If it had a number in here, it would be pulling just to that row or just that row, but in this example, it's pulling all of. We can go to new worksheet or existing worksheet. Most times you'll use new worksheet. You can use existing if you already have one, or maybe it's in another sheet, but for this, we're gonna put here. Now, before you start throwing stuff around, you kind of want to figure out how you want it laid out. So we're going to take the year, and since we're picking an entire range, I'm going to put that in the filters. Now we need to know the team. So I like putting the numbers across the top. So in this case, we're going to put the team. Where is team? Team is name, rows. And then we also want to put the home runs, but we want the home runs as a value. So let's find it. There we go. So right now we have every team's home runs of all time. That's way more than we want. So right now what we want is we want the years. So we want the 1980s. So you can pick any one year by selecting it. If you want multiple years, unselect that. Come up here and you just start typing. So we want the 80s, so I'm going to type in 198. That will by default pull up those. We hit OK. So right now we have all of the home runs for each team from the 1980s. So as you can see by looking at the Cardinals, they are right here at 759. I didn't plan this, but they do have the lowest amount on there. So what you can do is you can always graph this later if you want. If you want to see it in a visual, you can go to Insert. You can hit a bar chart. You can see teams, depending on how you want to lay it out. In a visual form, you can see it. And then as you go in and adjust your data set, this will adjust. Let's say that we want to rank them. You can go over here to descending by sum of, hit OK. And there you go. You can see your teams in order. You can see they've also adjusted up here. But if you only want to see any one particular year, we can go back to this and then unselect them and then hit 1 year. So 1980, this would tell us where we're at. And the Cardinals have now moved up some. So this is just a quick little example of how to play around with pivot tables, getting just the data you need for a quick question that someone may have on your team. Thanks. Have a good day.